Hi everyone, Dan Tyler here again. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're enjoying your last bank holiday of the year as well, making sure you're keeping busy. I'm just going to take you through a quick update of from my previous video on Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, this currency pair. In my previous video, I explained that where we could be looking for some potential short positions in the shorter term for this to eventually go long up towards our fib target up here. So I'll just go over a brief summary of the previous video and kind of where it's gone over the last week. So we can still see that we're in this uptrend in recent weeks. We've had a bounce off of this trend line key area and also the channel resistance. We're looking to go up. However, we did hit a weekly resistance level and we got a lovely pin bar candle there, suggesting that the buyers were trying to push the market up. The sellers have come into control now, and the market closed relatively low to the lows of that week. And I did explain that after seeing this candle, it's likely that we see a rejection more towards this trend line here and going towards this channel support as well, simply because when we see a channel break, as we see here, a lot of the time the market likes to come back and kind of kiss these levels. And when we see confluence, like with key support and resistance and trend lines as well, they're the points that we're wanting to kind of pick out in the market where it's high probability that it's going to go up from that point. So at the minute, with the week just gone, we can see that we did have a bearish week, just as we predicted. But I do think that this still does have some room for movement down to this sort of level. There is every chance in the world that this can go up on our Fibonacci. This is our target that we'll be aiming for in the long run. And is it a realistic target? Yes, it certainly is. I mean, in the past few years, we have been ranging long term, and the market has reached these levels before. So I have every faith that the market is going to come up to this level at some point, especially if the Fibonacci is telling us that's where we're kind of going as well. What I'd like to see is a nice rejection off of this level, just as extra confirmation that we'll be going up there though. So let's just have a look to see if there's any opportunities that we can get into this week. Just taking a view down into the daily. I've got a potential channel going on here. So it's just a parallel trend line from the bottom one. It's not the most perfect of channels, but it certainly could turn out to be one. And what I would love to see is I've got an alert on lower time frames for this trend line to break, and then for us to come down to these daily levels here. And although this is a trend line, this also could be a channel line as well. So if this trend line breaks here, we've got a bit of room for movement to come down to this sort of level, which looks absolutely perfect for a long position, if I'm honest. You can see how strong this level is. We've got a lot of support in the way, and it looks like that this is a high probability area to enter some buy positions. So I'm going to go into why I think this trend line may break, and that's because we did on the 4-hour. We have experienced in my previous video, I originally said that this was going to be a double top, and it did look like a lovely textbook double top. But what we always like to see is a simple neckline like this, and then for the market to come down, break that level, kiss it, and go. And that's what we like to see in a double top. But as you can see, that never happened. It simply bounced. I think there was a moving average there. I think it was the 50. Yeah, the 50 moving average was there. It took a bounce off the 50 moving average and turned into a bit of a messy triangle. And then I was looking for that triangle break. So we did eventually get that triangle break. It came back, bounced off of one of the inner trend lines, retested that triangle resistance, and then has shot off again. We can see here that we have still had a rejection off of this trend line, but the fact that it's tested it once, shot a little bit up and come and tried to retest it again is showing me that the market is looking to kind of break this trend line, if I'm honest. Higher time frames are telling us that we are heading down to these sorts of levels here. And then we've had two touches very close together of this trend line, plus a triangle break, suggesting that we could be going to these levels. So for those of you who spotted it, you could have certainly entered around here on this triangle retest for it to shoot off. And then what I'll be looking for, because I did miss this, I was too busy working. Um, what I'll be looking to do is wait for maybe a trend line break and maybe a retest for us to go down to this sort of level if that happens. What I like to do is I do like to wait for that retest and a rejection of that retest just to give us a little bit of extra confirmation of where we're going. If the market does simply go down like that, I'll just be looking for a buy position around this area. One thing that we do have to consider is that, yes, we are in that ranging market, and we have had a very good rejection off of these levels. If this trend line does break, it may well be a case of us going down, but probability is telling us that we're looking to go up in the long run. It's just waiting for the market to kind of come down to these areas. And more importantly, this would be a nice outer trend. This would come down to the outer trend line as well. Whenever I do see in a trend line break, I do like to just kind of wait and be patient for it to eventually try and come down to this outer trend line, as we can see that it has been quite reactive. It has had a good reaction there, and this will be the nice, excuse me, this will be the nice third touch of that trend line, which will be really nice as well. But yeah, that was just a really quick whistle stop tour and an update of this currency pair and where it's gone over the week. We're looking to potentially get in a short position at the start of the week, maybe to go long in the future. I hope this video gives you a good little update. If you do have any questions, feel free to drop me a question and ask me. I'm happy to help wherever we can. And yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon, and hopefully we'll do another video soon. Thank you very much. Bye, guys.